Sorry, guys. Can you hear me now? All right. Yay. Sorry, I was on mute. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Welcome to Lessons, Learning, and Readings with Larkin. I was scurrying around during the intro looking for my cards. I brought my cards down and I don't know where they are. But I just wanted to say, isn't that an amazing intro that Veronica put together for us? And it just gives me chills. I've never seen it before. So I love the music and the intro. And it's really helpful and supportive to all of you because if you read it, it gives you great guidelines and suggestions about what this sacred hour from Spirit is for and how to actually make the most of it. So please make sure you read that and check it out the next time it comes around. Thank you for that, Veronica. I want to welcome you all. For those of you who don't know, Spirit always asks me to please deliver a message from them because Spirit knows who is present here on these lives. And instead of just diving into readings, I always promise Spirit that I will deliver their message to you. So I'm going to say hi to everyone, and then we'll get doing that first. I do want to remind you to please leave all of your baggage at the door. This is a sacred hour with Spirit. If you have a candle or incense, please use that as part of your setting the ambiance for this sacred hour. It helps to attune your senses to get into higher frames of frequency, into higher modes of your brainwave frequency as well, right? We don't want to be in delta or gamma mode while we're here where we're overthinking. We want to be relaxed and in a place to receive so that whatever messages come through, not just for you, but remember, Spirit knows who is on every live and Spirit knows who is going to see the rebroadcast. So there are going to be messages for you that you might not realize are for you. And you want to be in a frequency of receiving so that you can make the most of the messages that come through. Okay. Go ahead and light your candle or incense if you have it. Leave your baggage at the door. And I always have a couple of beverages, non-alcoholic beverages, to make sure it's an enjoyable and comfortable hour. Okay. Don't forget, if you like this broadcast and find it valuable, make sure that you please give it a like so that more people know how to find Veronica's page and these lives. Okay. My match fizzled out. So let's say hi to everybody here. I'll light another match and then we'll do our wisdom from Spirit before we get into readings. I do want to let everybody know that I will do my best to get to as many of you as I can. Sometimes people ask for readings and then they have to log off or they get impatient waiting for a reading. So I'll star you guys. I'll go where Spirit asks me, but then I will ask if you're present before I do your reading, because sometimes I do readings and people have logged off and they don't even know that I chose them to read. So just make sure you're ready to say, yes, hi, I'm here. If I ask if you're still present on the live. Okay. We have Vladimir. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. We have Louise. Let's see. We have Keith. Welcome back, Keith. How are you today? We have Izzy, James. Yes, you couldn't hear me. I was still on mute. Sorry about that, guys. I had it on mute for the intro in case my dogs barked, which they still might. Let's see. The rest of these are myself, with Veronica trying to tell me I'm muted. And let's see who else we have here. Anyone else? These are all I can't hear yous. Just scrolling down. Okay, here. Jennifer, GR, thank you for being here. Nettie, welcome. Chelsea, Patrick, Sherry. Let's see, Tanita. Let's see. Happy birthday to your boyfriend, Tanita. We'll get you starred as well. Just want to make sure I've said hi to everyone. And Sarah. There we go. You just lit your candle, Sarah. Awesome. And Mariad, welcome. All right, guys. Fantastic. So let me share my message from Spirit with you, and then we will get into readings. I want to reassure you that, remember, Spirit knows better than we do. Okay, so if you don't get a reading today, it is not personal. I'm not neglecting you. Spirit's not neglecting you. Know that your messages will come through for you at just the perfect time for you with just the right reader. So I'm going to go where Spirit guides me, but know that something will come through for all of you, even if you don't get a personal reading. Okay. And I may excuse myself in a minute and run up and grab my cards because I think I know where I left them upstairs. I want to have those for you guys. So here's my message from Spirit today. Okay. And I think this is based today because they did this about 2 weeks ago. They did this similar message. So either it's just there's more people on here that are needing it today, or they're finding that, it really does affect our health. Don't let the world rush you. Don't allow yourself to feel pushed and rushed all of the time in order to feel like you're pleasing people and that you're satisfying and that you're keeping up and that you're doing all the things that are necessary. Okay. But they want me to also share something. Well, it's a twofold messages today. I said, wait a minute, guys. They threw something else in there. But it's a two-pronged message today, and I see the connection they're trying to make. We're all in a race. We're all rushing all the time. Social media gets our nervous system going faster than it should. Then we get too much brain and body chemicals going. And then when it's time to go to sleep, people can't sleep, or they wake up depressed, or they have high anxiety. A lot of that is due to social media and the speed at which we are expected to live today. Okay. That's one pressure, to always be in a rush. So it's hard for us to get and stay in the moment. The other aspect to this is people pleasing. I'm going to say something that's coming through for Spirit for all of you that is in complete opposition to what I have been taught to coach. It is in complete opposition to what you hear everywhere. It is probably in opposition to what your therapists say, but Spirit is sharing it. So I'm going to share it, and I'm going to try to make the most practical sense of it that I can for you. Okay. We are told not to people please, but Spirit is asking me to invite you to step back and take a look at what that really is for you. I have helped and coached people, especially women, not to people please, but to be true and authentic to themselves for 15 years now. I worked on that myself. But here's what Spirit wants to share with you. Sometimes that which we call people pleasing actually has a positive side. Sometimes it's not what we make it out to be. Sometimes it's your natural intuitive nature, knowing that when you give a little and you're not so demanding and you're not pushing your boundaries on everybody else and your demands and the way you want to be treated on everybody else, that what happens is you'll find people will naturally want to look at a different perspective. They will be more open to your perspective. You see, I was a people pleaser too, guys. And I spent almost 20 years trying to not be a people pleaser. And where I ended back up over 20 years later was realizing the way I did things initially was correct. It wasn't just that I was a people pleaser. It's that I was working with people through things that would have been conflicts. I was giving in a little to their way of thinking instead of putting up a brick wall and resisting every idea they had or arguing with everything I didn't agree with, to the point where they would sway over to my perspective or an open perspective. And 9 times out of 10, they would actually come to me and say, you know what? I think that's really the way we should do it, because it was intuitively driven. So Spirit's coming through today and just reminding you, hey, Susie, welcome. Spirit's coming through today and welcoming you and saying, you know what? Take a step back and take a look at what and how really is the people pleasing for you. Hi, Kim Davis. Welcome. Are you really people pleasing? Maybe you are. Maybe that's something you need to shift. And I don't want to give you excuses. But is there an upside to people pleasing? Are you actually really following a more intuitive, natural flow of working through opposition with people by not being so quick to stand up and stand your ground and say what you want? Because most of the time you'll find with a little suggestion, with a listening and acknowledgement, that people will come back around and things will work out a lot more smoothly. Okay. So I love that. Spirit surprised me with that one today. Katie says, yes, work for my flow. Your story with love. Awesome. It really does work, guys. But I think we are teaching people. We're so big on not people pleasing that I think we're actually we're losing the ability to adapt and be malleable with others. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share this from Veronica and then I will move on. I want to say something to Kim. People pleasing is about satisfying a personal need in you, whereas helping others is about giving self to others to support them. Issue of motive and coming to spirit rather than self. Beautifully said, Veronica. I love that. That's beautifully said. And I think it very well defines the very thin line that we're talking about here. As a matter of fact, I think Veronica, that is exactly what Spirit was alluding to, is that thin line. And you guys really have to be in touch with that intuitive side to be on the authentic side of that fence. And I think that's what I was doing all these years until I was told I shouldn't people please. And I think that's why Spirit wanted to come through with that today. So thank you, Veronica. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Obviously, Spirit wanted to get through to that because they gave Veronica that beautiful description. That is beautiful, isn't it? All right. Hi, Chelsea. I'm going to say this quickly to Kim Davis first because I see her on here. And Kim, I've been unable to get back a hold of you, but I want to say this because anyone else that has been messaging me, I have not had any other indications that someone has had issues with my messenger. But I'm going to say this, Kim, because it's right now might be the only chance I have to get back to you. I responded to Kim Davies about something a few months ago, and I got a little response from her the other day, and I don't know if it was her or if it was from a hacker, to be honest. I couldn't understand the sentence, and it said something about spamming, and so I just wrote back, what? Because I didn't know if it was her or not. So I just want to give you guys all a heads up. I don't know what Kim's message about me was about or if it was from Kim because it made no sense. But I will tell you all this. I do not spam. So even if you are get on larkinsreadings.com and you email me and I send out email newsletters and email updates, I will never, ever, ever, ever spam you. If you are interested in something and you write me, I will respond to you. I might send you an invitation, but I will never message you and ask you to message me for a reading. I will never solicit or spam you. So Kim, I don't know if I've been hacked or you've been hacked. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm glad you're on today so I can let you know if you think you're getting spam from me, you're not. The last time I messaged you was a couple months ago. And I only now just responded to your response. And it was something I didn't understand. So I didn't message you back in case it was a spammer. But just a heads up for any of you, because I know some of you follow me on my website and such, or my Facebook. If you message me and you think you get spam from me via Messenger, it is not me. Okay. So I don't know, but just be careful. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to scroll up here. And guys, I want you to, I need 20 seconds to run upstairs and get my cards. So while I run upstairs, I want you to find that still observer behind your thoughts, and that peace, so that what comes through today really resonates with you. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Some people need cards today. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry. I had to switch my cards from Angels in Action and I left them upstairs. All right. If you guys, anybody felt that peace that peaceful feeling back there, that's the real you. That's your intuition. That's the observer behind your thoughts. That's your true and eternal consciousness. And that's where I go when I do readings. So if you're there, you're going to be more open to receive, because no matter how great the readings are today, if you're not open to receiving, you're not going to get the full message, or you're going to get it through tainted egoic glasses. We don't want that either, right? All right, so let's see what we have here. Izzy, I love the little pink waving hands. That's so cute. All right. Let's see what we've got here. I have my cards backwards. All right. All righty. So, let's do this first here. Let me see who I'm reading for. I have a mixed energy coming in for Izzy and Vladimir, because you guys were both on there about the same time. And so let me look here. Let's see. I want to make sure you guys are still on here. Vladimir, are you still on? Please let me know if you're still on here. Izzy's on. She likes that. Awesome. Vladimir, please let me know if you're still on. Hi, Christy. Welcome. Good to see you. Okay. Let's see. Riyadh. All right. I just want to make sure you guys are still on here before I do a reading, because often I do a reading and people have logged off. They think they're not going to get one, or they've gotten busy. So I want to make sure I'm reading for people that are on here. Let's see if Vladimir's still on here. Hi, Sherry. Sherry's still here. Sherry, I didn't even see you before. Welcome. Awesome. Okay, let me go up here. I don't see Vladimir, so let me see. Izzy's still here. So that's good. All right. So Izzy, let's do here for you. All right. So a couple of people needed cards today, and that's why I wanted to go and get these cards. Hi, Shannon. Welcome. So I'm going to try to be quick today, and efficient. I got 3 cards for you, Izzy. Guys, please remember my direction with Spirit is that Spirit wants me to, on free online readings, go as quickly and succinctly as possible to help as many people as possible. Their instruction to me is that is the purpose of online free readings. If you want something more in depth, there are lower cost, small group readings, and then you can get private readings with a reader you trust. I hear people say all the time, I don't have money, and I can relate and understand that. But I will say that at some point, we all have to invest in ourselves. And it's probably just a matter of choice and priority. If you want something more in depth and you choose to invest in a reader that you trust, or maybe you choose to go to the movies that weekend, or you choose to get an extra chocolate cake. I don't know what it is, but I used to coach people to make money in business. And I can tell you that, it's not that much for a reading. And a lot of it's a matter of choices. Okay. But I am going to try to get to as many people as possible for guidance, reassurance, and comfort. And so that is my job, to do what Spirit says. Okay. All right. And you do have other options, and I'll be back on again tomorrow. So Izzy, you are, there's like a trifecta here going on. You're going to be going from, your key out of chaos is uncertainty. So the first card that came up here for you is chaos. There's energetic chaos, both going on around you and some within you. And what they're showing me, got 2 spirit guides right now, showing me they've been trying to guide you out of that chaos. You might not be interpreting it as chaos. You might be interpreting it as being stuck or being uncertain, or not knowing which way to trust or who to trust, but they're defining it as chaos. Energetically, they define it as chaos. Okay. And so that makes sense to you. Good. So what's really going to be important here is that, first of all, It's okay to feel uncertain. And in order for you to get out of that chaos, remember, your reality is you pushed out. So as we want to change and shift our external reality, we have to shift in here. We have to shift our mindset, which is why I like to combine mindset with psychic and spiritual work. Okay. Because your intuition knows best. So in order for the chaos around you to dissipate, you need to not let yourself get so involved in it. You need to choose to not react to it. And that's really what your guides are trying to guide you towards and encourage you with right now. Just not to be reactive, not to give so much meaning to the chaos going on around you, and create this element of stillness, which is really what I was asking you to practice when I went up to get these cards. Okay. I can see now why I had to go get these cards. Now that's the chaos. Chaos is like a hurricane. It's like a tornado. If you get caught up in it and you're reaching for the things going around you in the tornado, trying to pull them back down, what happens? You get sucked up in the tornado, right? But if you stand still in your center, then when the tornado settles, everything clears up, doesn't it? You're able to go out and find in the wreckage, in the changing of everything, what has happened. Okay. So this is very important. And this is also why I'm also a mindset coach. I think this balance is important. So your mindset will have a big part of this. Now, one of the reasons your spirit guides are showing me that you are actually more comfortable in the chaos, which is not uncommon, Izzy. This is true for so many people. Okay. This is not uncommon. When the chaos settles, we often feel depressed or scared and uncertain. So their instruction to you is to still that chaos within, but you're going to have to go through a phase of uncertainty, which the soul is fine with. Your intuition is fine with, because it resides outside of space and time. Does that make sense? But your egoic mind says, we always have to know what's happening, which is why you guys come for psychic readings. You want to know what's going to happen because your egoic mind wants to know, not your soul. Your egoic mind. Your soul wants you to make decisions without knowing, from uncertainty, from faith and trust. Your ego wants to know what's going to happen before you make a choice. Your spirit guides and angels are wanting to help you actually awaken and evolve and stand in your power. And so in order to do that, we must go from things like chaos through uncertainty. And our most powerful choices are made from places of uncertainty. This is what's going to turn you into the version of you that gets the things that you want, that allows you to feel the security that you want to. Okay? Now, on the outcome of all this is truth will be revealed. So truths will be revealed. People and circumstances are going to fall away, but don't fear that. Okay, don't fear that. What they're saying literally word for word is this is the unveiling of your future. It's the unveiling of your vision. Isn't that beautiful? It's the unveiling of your vision. I think that is exquisite. So here is you guys know with me that you almost always, it is a great reminder for all, isn't it, Jillian? Thank you. Guys, this is, Spirit always gives me, or almost always gives me, a call to action for you. If you need to hear this again, you can always rewind the live. Just know that you're a member of your spirit team, right? You're the one incarnated here in this world. So you need to be the one that makes the choice and takes that energy shift in action. This is why they're encouraging you to do this. They know you can do it. I know you can do it. I ask you to please keep me posted. Okay, Izzy, and let me know how it goes. I think this is going to be something that you're going to start to see coming to fruition around March of 2025. At least that's how it's aligned for at the moment. Okay. Hi, Karen. Hi, Anna. So that's how it's aligned right now. Don't forget, as I move on to the next reader, I want to let you guys know that the Meet Your Spirit Guides event that I host once a month. The next one is December 14th. So if you guys are wanting to learn to communicate and connect with your spirit guides for yourself, know how they communicate with you best, how they try to get through to you, what their biggest challenges with you are, and how you can build a deeper relationship with them for yourself, you can find me on my Psychic Medium page. You'll see that event is posted and you can register from the top. Okay, it's only $40 and I only take 10 people. There's 8 spots left for the month. Okay. Hi, Andrea. You're welcome, Izzy. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Christine. All right, so let me scroll back up here. I got to speed this up, guys, because I have a ton of you that want readings here today. Looks like some of these people have already logged off. Let me see here. I need to get to, I'm trying to star you guys, okay? Hi, Sherry. I see yours. Okay, I see your question now, Sherry. Guys, I don't always see your messages, so if I don't acknowledge you, please know I just haven't seen it, okay? Hey, Dana. Hi, Paul. I just saw you as well. Okay, let me do this one first. Let me get into a mediumship one here for a second. Yesterday was my boyfriend in Spirit's birthday. I'd love a message from him, please. Awesome. Okay. Scroll back down here. Whoops. Uh-oh. Ha! Sorry, Chelsea. Wait a second. Let me go back up and find this one. Of course, I unstart it. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm a hot mess on the screen today. A hot mess on the screen. Okay. Hi, Katie. I see yours. All right. I'm scrolling down here. I want to find this one because, all right. So, James, I got you started too. So let's see. So your boyfriend has actually been trying to get through to you for a while. Is trying really hard to get through to you on his own. And I think that it seems as though you are wanting so badly to hear from him that's really the thing that is blocking your sense of being able to receive any messages from him. I'm trying to tune in here while I'm scrolling back up here. Let's see here. There's a deep soul connection there. And that soul connection has still remained. So first of all, everything is okay. Okay. So please know that everything is as it should be and everything is okay, no matter how it may feel for you right now. And are you feeling any, are you aware you guys are having actually astral plane visits? And that's one of the things he wants you to know, is that you're having some astral plane visits from him. If you're not waking up remembering these, then please know that you are, there it is, found it. If you're not waking up remembering these, you can tell by how you're feeling, or just things that all of a sudden you recognize that you know, Tanita, okay? Because he's trying to give you signs and symbols constantly that he's present. I'm seeing that it's through trying to get in like your energy body. So if you feel warmth or chills, or you stop and you just feel this tremendous love, even if and when you feel a tremendous sadness, that's him trying to get through to you. The sadness is not him being sad. It's just him, you focusing more on his attention, giving him more attention and thinking about him. When you think about him, that means he's literally present there with you. That electromagnetic energy is in your electromagnetic energy. Okay. You are visiting in the astral plane every night. He's allowing you to work through your human concerns and worries and things, but that's where your soul is focusing at night. So your soul knows that he is okay. Your soul knows how much your soul knows, and he can see and hear you and feel you. Okay. You are the one that is having trouble receiving, and he's trying to break that open for you. Okay. Please know that he's outside of space and time. So, let's see. You had a weird dream the other night that you couldn't understand. Yes. Okay. So yes, you are recognizing this. Good. Excellent. So that's okay. So when we can't understand it, that used to drive me crazy when I couldn't understand my dreams. And sometimes it still does. But there's a difference between dreams and an astral plane visitation. Okay. Your dreams are you processing things in here. And you can have dreams that are visitations where souls and spirits and angels come to visit you. Loved ones come to visit you. You can also have astral plane visits, which is really what you are having. And that's where, when your mind is still enough and your mind is down in theta and below brain waves, you're able to focus the attention of your soul's consciousness outside of your body in the astral plane, which is really between the non-physical, the spirit world, and it's got kind of a holding place between different dimensions and realms of different frequencies. And this is where you're spending a lot of time with him. So if you can't understand it, know that your soul understands it. It's in there. But so much of what happens, this is for everyone. So much of what happens in the astral plane, guys, we don't, doesn't make cognitive, logical sense to us in this reality. So a lot of what happens there, you can't actually bring back and interpret here. You will have sort of a tainted memory of it. Okay. But there can be a sense of knowing, like a knowing he's okay, a knowing that he's there, a knowing that he loves you, a knowing that he's with you. Right. And that's really what you're giving. That's what he wants to send you back with. Now, if you journal, as I teach my Awakening Your Intuition clients to do, if you journal, you'll be able to pull out from your soul, from your intuition, which is the voice of your soul. You'll be able to start triggering some ways to remember more clearly some things you want to. And again, it might just be messages that come through emotionally, okay? But please know that he's there. You will have a stronger, more clear connection with him now that we've had this reading. The most important thing, Tanita, you can do is to trust. Trust yourself. Trust what you're getting. Trust that he's there, because that's his message for you today, so that you can practice interacting with him. Practice makes confidence, right? So the more you practice it, the stronger this new way of connecting with him is going to be. Now, this is for all of you. I'm going to take Tanita's reading as a vehicle for sharing all of this with you. Some of you may have heard me say this before, okay? Please know that when years back, when I was doing these readings and I was just being flooded with just people who had people on the other side, and it wasn't even all readings. Some of it was like family members and friends that had loved ones cross over and pets cross over. And I said to Spirit finally, how do I generally express to this many people that their relationship isn't over? Because everyone was saying, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I don't say that. I don't want to say I'm sorry for your loss, because it's not a loss. It seems like a loss to us. We feel the mental and emotional and physical pain, and it's real. But they're never lost. They're just returning to where we all came from. And you're only here this much longer than they're going to be gone anyway. So in this amount of time, you're going to be with them again, right? So without belittling it, what do I say to them? And what Spirit says to me is, tell them that when a loved one crosses back over and returns home, the relationship has not ended. It has merely transformed. The relationship has not ended. It has merely transformed. Okay. So please keep that in mind, Tanita. And that is for everyone as well. Your boyfriend is with you. Just keep talking to him and writing to him. That connection will get stronger and it will help you heal. Okay. Thank you for letting me read for you. All right, I'm going to move back up here, please. Vladimir, I will get back to you. I called on you first, actually, and you didn't respond that you were present, so I didn't read for you because I don't want to read for people if they're not here. So I'll try to get back to you. I will restar you, okay? We'll try to get back to you. I need to get to someone up here first, and then I will come back and redraw cards for you, okay? All right, let's see here. I've got so many people on here today. Guys, please don't forget, Veronica has the very best readers I've ever seen on her page. And, well, let me scroll down here. Hold on a minute. There we go. And also, I'm back on tomorrow, and I have free readings all week live as well if you want to check out my Psychic Medium page. So you will have your opportunities to get your readings, okay? Okay. Let's do this first. I want to get through a couple of these mediumship readings. James, are you still there? You're asking for a reading for your father. Are you still there? Let me know if you're there, please. Hi, Jody. Hey, CC Angel. Let's see. Bless you, CC Angel. Okay. You're welcome, Tanita. Let's see. Just let me know if you're there, please, James. Lydia, Linda's still there. Vladimir. We'll get back to you, Vladimir, okay? Like I said, I did try to get to you first, but you didn't answer. So let me just see now if James is here. We will get back to you. He is here. Excellent. Okay. Sorry, guys. I just have to do that because so many times people pop off, and then I've read for someone that's not even on, and they never even get back and listen to the replay. So I want to read for people I know are still on here. All right. So let's connect to your father here. Your dad's very excited to connect with you. James, I see another young man. Do you have a brother, James, that is still living here? Because I see another young man. As soon as your dad popped up, and there's this wonderful energy and light around him. He's literally like just glowing. There's this beautiful white light radiating from him. He is so happy. He is so blissful. He is so on point, James. And he popped on immediately. He showed me so much love that he has for you. And as soon as he exuded that love and his wonderful energy that just absolutely tickled me with joy, he's so delighted that he's been invited to come through today. And I'm getting so many chills from this, which is validation and gratitude from Spirit for me, that this is what they're wanting me to share. And, but he's also immediately showed me a brother figure for you. And so he's showing me that love, for both of you. So if you have a brother, yes, you do. Okay, excellent. I want to make sure, because sometimes the energy that comes through is a brother-like figure. It's not necessarily, brotherly. So I like to confirm that, but he immediately popped up and showed me and him and showed me a brotherly figure for you. So, it's very important. He says, actually, the both of you need to know that he is okay. And the strongest message he wants you guys to know right now is, aside from him being okay, and I mean, he is glowing. I've been doing this my whole life. I've been doing readings, and it never ceases to amaze me. You know, I've never had a soul come through where they are literally showing me themselves glowing their white light from the inside out. So his spirit body is literally showing me this white light, which we are and we have. But he's showing me this, and it's so magnificent. He wants you guys to know, he's like, I am so proud of you boys. I am proud of how you honored my memory. I am proud of you working so hard to be the best people you can be. He's like, you guys, you know, it doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. He wants you to know the mistakes don't matter. As long as you learn from them, the mistakes don't matter. The mistakes are supposed to be there. What he's proud of is that you try to stay true to what you believe is right. Okay. It is, you know, he sees you guys doing that. And he said, you know, that's what I always tried to do. And sometimes I failed miserably. He said, I realize now that's okay. And, there's a lot of instruction actually, James, in this. And normally at first, spirits just come through to say they're okay and let you know they're really there. He's actually coming through and really wanting you to know, like, keep chugging along. Life isn't necessarily meant to be easy. It's how you learn your lessons that count. And he said, you guys are both, you're both on your path. You're both personifying the versions of him that he wanted to do better in, much better than he ever did. And he just wants you to know, no matter what you think you're doing, no matter how you judge yourself, he is so, so proud of you. And he was so proud to be your father. He said, sometimes maybe he seemed a little hard or harsh on you. Sometimes maybe he didn't show the amount of excitement and exuberance for the things that you did and the adults that you became. But he wants you to know how proud of you he is. And now he wants to make sure that you know that and don't ever, ever, ever doubt that. The other thing, James, he wants you to know, and he does want you to find a way to make sure your brother knows how proud he is, that you guys do have a soul connection. That being said, I will say that you guys are part of the same soul family. Not everyone is, but you guys are actually part of the same soul family. And he just wants you to know that he is doing magnificent things on the other side. So like most souls, they have jobs on the other side. He's actually working with souls we program ourselves before we're born to program them to try to stay true to their soul when they incarnate. And he said, that's, I'm showing this white light radiating. He said, that's to indicate the connection between how we embody our human selves from our soul source. Those are his words, how we embody our human selves from our soul source. Okay. Those are his words, spoken like a true master of his trade up there, but that's what he's doing. He's helping souls to program themselves that way. And he said, one of his jobs for both of you in this world was to help you to stay, even though he didn't think of this as a human here, but his soul was aware that one of his jobs was to protect your human selves from losing touch with your soul, that you guys both kept remnants of that connection with your soul, with your authenticity. And he's actually doing that on the other side. And he wants you to know that he is going to be there with you guys, both of you, when you need him, when you talk to him, when you ask questions. He says, please tell them I am always there. I can always hear. When you call on me, I show up. I can hear you and I answer you. So if you don't hear him, you just wait. It's there. It's under your thoughts. It's under your doubt. Trust that he's there. This is a magnificent soul. I've really enjoyed connecting with him. James, please know that you have a closer connection to him now, okay, than you did before we did this reading. Should be easier for you to connect. Just keep talking to him, and please make sure that you are you're trusting that connection, and it will continue to get stronger and more clear. Okay, you don't have to tell anyone you're doing that. Just know that it will become more real. Okay. Thank you for letting me read for you, and pop back on as your connection grows, please, and keep me posted on how you're doing in the progress of learning your new way of connecting with your dad. Okay. All right. That was lovely. I enjoyed that. All right, Vladimir, let's connect to your dad now. You're still there. Okay. Yeah. Isn't that awesome, James? I know. I love it. Amazing. Yes, it was amazing. I really enjoyed that. All right, guys. All right, guys. I still have 15 minutes. I'm trying to get to as many of you as I can. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hi, Vladimir. Okay. So let's tune into your dad. Okay. So let's see. So this is interesting. As his energy comes in, Vladimir, did he travel a lot, or was there a significant trip or travel involved in your relationship with him? Because his energy moves in. He's like, thank you for calling on me. He's very grateful that you called upon him and that you want to connect with him. He's also showing me traveling a long distance. So I'm not this is not a symbolic indicator of separation or like emotional separation or anything, which a lot of times the spirit will use to indicate that. This is actually showing me of he's actually showing me a physical distance, a physical journey or travel that is or was quite significant. He's showing me that. And I'm not sure if this is, I'm asking him right now in a side conversation, is this in regards to him? Or is this in regards to you or someone in your family? Hey, Lucy, welcome. He's saying that one of the reasons that he wanted to come through today was because he feels as though there's still a great sadness over his passing, which of course is natural. We all feel sad when our loved ones cross over. But what he wants to do is he wants to elevate and raise that up. He wants to speed up family healing for his passing. And he says that he's been trying to reach out. He feels like you're the one he could most get through to. But he's still emphasizing and showing me this trip. And I don't have an answer from him yet as to whether that was his trip or whether that is a trip for you. But he's showing me this long journey. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. He's showing me this long distance journey that's very significant. And he's saying, that the mourning process is very important and that, you're always going to miss him. There's not ever going to be a time that you're not going to miss him. But what he's saying is that, and he's been trying to show you this, but he feels like maybe it's too early in the process for you for this to really resonate, at least from him. So I think that's why he's trying to come through me today. But he wants you to understand that you'll always miss him, but the missing him will take on a different meaning. It will take different forms. He's saying that grief is an unusual process because it's all in layers. Grief comes in layers. And as we grieve, our perception changes. What we can let go of and what we hang on to changes. What he's saying is that he feels like sort of emotionally you've gotten kind of stuck in a rut of this, and he doesn't want that for you. He says he loves you very much and that he's at least as close, if not closer to you than he was before, because now he's more privy to what you're going through in your life and how you go through it, right? He doesn't have the egoic veil. And he's actually asking me he's saying to you that he's been asking you, please let me help you. Please let me overcome this deep, deep sorrow and sadness. And that's what he's been wanting to do for you. It's normal to grieve, but he doesn't want you to drag this out. He wants you to find a way to take this energy of missing him and give it a new meaning and perspective, to lift it up and say, how can I find the best parts of Dad within me to carry him on in the world as long as I walk this earth? That's what he wants you to do, to find the aspects that resonate with you, that are him, that are of and from him, that were taught to you, that were instilled in you, that are hereditarily you. And how can you take that to extend his continued presence through you in the world? Does that make sense? This is a beautiful way of saying it. There is such a, it's not as cheerful and upbeat as the last reading, but it's because you are at such a different place. You are at more of a solemn place. You are at more of a sensitive, tender place. And he really wants you to take it around. He says, this is true power. This is the one of the things I've shown you, because he said he was a very deep, sensitive, and emotional person too. And one of the things he says that he learned was how to turn around his emotions and use it in an intended way. Okay, does this make sense? Okay, so this is what he wants you to do. And this is what he's been walking beside you, trying to assist you in doing. Okay, he really wants you to get this, because he says, once you begin to do this and you take your pain and your missing of him and you turn it around and you take that energy and you reuse it, you're going to start to feel alive again. Okay, it makes sense. Good. It's spirit knows. He knows best. He says that's actually what he had to do with both of his parents. And that's why he's bringing you this message today. He said the pain was so great that he learned to do that. And he wants to pass it on to you. He says, I am still here because you're walking the earth. So take what I've taught you, take who you are because of what I contribute to you being here, and use it. Spread my energy out to better the world in your version, in your way. And he's showing me that will not only heal you from the inside out, it will empower you, and it will start to allow you to see the purpose in him passing when he passed. And you guys are actually very good spiritual friends. Your souls are very close. You're like buddies. So when it's your time, he's showing me, son, I will be there. When you cross over, I'm going to be there. I will be there to meet you and to greet you, and we will joyfully share our experiences that we had in this life here together. Okay. Last thing he wants me to remind you, Vladimir, is such a short amount of time. He says your time in this life is so short and so precious. Don't waste one moment of it lamenting over me, because I haven't gone anywhere. You miss me physically, but I'm still right here. I did my part. Now you do your part. I passed that torch on to you. Make that torch. Wow. This is him saying this, so I'm ready to tear up here. Make that torch bright. So much brighter, so much bigger, so much stronger than the one I handed you. Does that make sense? Okay. So he gave me a symbol to share with you as well, for you to remember that image. And I'm still not getting a super clear answer. It's something he would definitely say, yeah, well, that didn't come from me. That definitely came from him, and I have chills. So that is absolutely beautiful. I learned so much when spirit comes through me. I will say this, the trip aspect, he still hasn't given me a clear aspect on, except he seems to be pointing to you. There's a place when he was younger, I don't know where this is, but he's showing me a trip he took, and that helped him to wake up to different aspects of himself and helped him to transform. And so I think the reason I'm going back and forth between is the trip you or the trip him. He's wanting you to do that. Take a trip, take some time away, and allow yourself to intuitively align with what he's telling you. Because if you really tune into that, you can feel his energy within you and exactly what that torch is. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for being here, Vladimir. Coming back, showing back up, whatever it was to let me know you were here. This was very important today. Okay. Thank you. Let's see here. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, wow. I need to find my own version and get this in tune. Yes, sir. Go on this trip and take your journal with you. Guys, don't forget, I want to say this. You're so welcome. Good. It was helpful. Yes. Guys, I want to say this. I'm going to do another one. I've got 4 minutes left. I want to quick remind you all, because some of you just popped on. Number one, I'm back tomorrow at the same time. Number two, Veronica has the best readers I've ever seen on here. I would love to get to every single person on here, but I can't do that today. So I'm overly thorough, so I always go slower than I should, than Spirit wants me to on here. You can also find me on my Psychic Medium page. I do free live readings on my own pages as well. And if you guys are feeling stuck, don't forget, I have the 20-minute free discovery calls for people feeling stuck or wanting to learn to awaken their intuition or connect more closely with their spirit team. If you guys are wanting to learn to communicate better with your spirit guides, please know that my Meet Your Spirit Guides event is December 14th. Okay. And I have 8 spots left. So if you want to find that, go to my pinned events on my Psychic Medium page. Okay. And then you can register there. Let's see here. I'm going to quick say this while I'm scrolling down to probably the last person we'll do today. Let's see. I'll do one more person after this. Hello, Larkin. Do we get to eat in the afterlife like we do on Earth? I hope so. So yes, actually, but it's not for necessity. It's just for pleasure and joy. And since nothing is physical, right, we can manifest that anytime we like. So yes, you can actually eat in the afterlife, but it's not to sustain your body. It's just for enjoyment, for socializing. You can do, all the same things that you do here, actually. It's just, we don't have the contrast, right? It's not the physical implications. So it's not necessary for you to eat, but yes, you can. Okay. Yay, Christy Cook. I'm so glad you caught me. Awesome. Let's see here. Okay, guys, I got to be quick. I'm going to try to I only have 2 minutes left. So Linda, I think you need to be focusing on diet. And I always, you've been making powerful changes in your life with your health issues. Good. So what you need to be doing is you need to be working on gut health, and you need to be working on slowing your nervous system down. This means I can't get into this all right now. This is stuff I do with my coaching clients, but you can look it up. You need to really look at getting in either, most people don't do what I consider actual meditation, but you could join like Veronica. I think it's on Monday. She has a healing meditation. Look it up on her page. You need to start doing some true meditation where you calm your nervous system down and where you switch and change those brainwave frequencies so that you can, that's really where healing comes in. If you listen to Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's a neuroscientist. And this is how I helped my headaches. This is where a lot of healing begins, but you have to learn to truly meditate. So I'd recommend, going to Veronica's, she has a free healing meditation, and finding that and doing that each week. I'd recommend focusing on food that is good for your gut health, that will actually support your body in healing itself. And that's what your angels are showing me is very important for you right now. Okay. Guys, I want to say this. If you liked this, please make sure you like it so more people can find Veronica's page and her lives. I love you all, and I thank you for your patience while I work through my thoroughness. I will be back tomorrow at the same time, so I hope you'll all join me. I'll try to get to as many of you as I can. Also, if you'd like to connect with me further, do Meet Your Spirit Guides or have a free 20-minute discovery call. My Psychic Medium page is down here. You can always connect with me. Big thanks to Veronica, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.